Hi, today I'll be explaining why war broke out in 1939. By 1939, tensions in Europe had reached a breaking point due to a combination of long-term issues and immediate triggers. One major factor was the failure of appeasement. After Hitler broke Munich Agreement by occupying the rest of Czechoslovakia in March 1939, it became clear that the expansion would not stop through negotiation. Even leaders like Chamberlain began to accept that conflict might be unavoidable. At the same time, Britain began rearming in response to the growing threats. For years, military spending had been limited due to the 10-year rule, which assumed no major war was likely. This left Britain unprepared. Although rearmament increased during the 1930s, especially in the Air Force and the Navy, Britain was not ready for a large-scale war by 1939. This helps explain why earlier confrontation had been avoided. A key turning point was Britain's guarantee to Poland. After Germany took control of Czechoslovakia, Poland became Hitler's next target, especially because of disputes over Danzig and the Polish corridor. In response, Britain and France promised to defend Poland if it was attacked. This marked a major shift away from appeasement. However, it also meant that any German invasion of Poland would now trigger a wider war. Another crucial cause was the Nazi-Soviet Pact of 1939. This agreement between Germany and Soviet Union ensured that neither side would attack the other. It also included a secret plan to divide Eastern Europe between them. For Hitler, this removed the risk of a two-front war, making an invasion of Poland far more likely. For Stalin, it brought time to prepare for future conflict. This pact made war in Europe most inevitable. The immediate cause of war was the German invasion of Poland on September 1, 1939. Hitler justified the invasion with false claims, but it was part of this broader goal of expansion. Britain and France responded by issuing an ultimatum, demanding that Hitler withdraw. When this was ignored, both countries declared war on September 3, 1939. However, the outbreak of war cannot be explained by one event alone. Several long-term factors contributed to the situation. The Treaty of Versailles had left Germany resentful and determined to overturn its terms. The League of Nations had failed to stop earlier acts of aggression which weakened international cooperation. The Great Depression had caused economic instability and helped extremist leaders like Hitler rise to power. Fear of communism also prevented stronger alliances against Germany, especially between Western countries and the Soviet Union. Additionally, Hitler's foreign policy played a central role. His actions such as rearmament, remilitarization of the Rhineland, annexing Austria, and taking Czechoslovakia gradually increased tensions. Each step went largely unchallenged, which encouraged further aggression. Historians still debate whether Hitler planned a major war from the beginning or acted more opportunistically. Some argue that his long-term goals made conflict inevitable, while others believe war resulted from a series of miscalculations, including his belief that Britain and France would not respond to the Poland invasion.